Well, you can't. You can only be the bee in spring, right? So obviously, if you had to go to fall to get it,
I think there's a way to get it though.
Because I don't think you can walk out with the bee, can you?
Well, you can actually. I mean, you could try, but I don't think he'll let you use it in fall either.
He'll start doing the whole range thing. Do, 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 do. Well, he's not complaining right now. And we've already gone a good distance from spring, so maybe we lucked out? I don't know. Let's find out.
Nope.
Mumble magic, get weak. Magic run out.
Oh yeah, I think you have to jump off the beehive.
Okay.
And onto the flower.
Well, then at that point, let's do it! Let's get our 10 jiggies and then go worry about the 5 notes. Because, you know, that's what we do.
And probably maybe the notes, unless if you haven't fully explored the winter part, you might have missed him.
Well, there are areas we haven't fully explored in every one of them, so I don't know if it's necessarily winter that we're missing.
Oh, there's the camel again.
Yeah.
It's Gobby! Ouch. Animal abuse, cause why not? And there you go, there's the Jiggy.
Right, that's it. I'm off to the lava world. You'll never find me there.
We'll see you in Tui.
But again, he's going to a lava world for more, what, for more water?
Well, he's a camel, so he's gonna go somewhere warm.
So, just be honest with us really quick. When you guys were first playing this, did you actually think that he meant in this game?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
were wondering, but we were like, huh?
We haven't seen a lava world. Well, sure, there's that little segment that looks like Mount Doom, but...
Kill the birds!
I actually was really tempted when we hit that Mount Doom segment of the castle, just to start pulling out my Hugo Weaving quotes. Quick, Alex! Cast it into the fire! Destroy it! No.
Well, back in Gobi's Ballet, I mentioned because of the draw distance limitations of the 64, it would always look like that door was open. Mm-hmm. So we always thought that the door was open and we just were trying to get into it. We were kids.
Yeah.
We didn't know what draw distance was.
Well, now that's kind of the funniest part. Is like you don't know what that is now, or you know what that is now, but you didn't know then. So you're like, I'm sure this game's hiding something from me.
Exactly, especially with all the stop and swap teases.
Which turned out to be kind of problematic because Nintendo didn't like stop and swap at all.
Yeah, but I wonder why they managed to find codes to be able to get all access to all the eggs, even if you couldn't use them.
Oh, there we go.
Oh!
How did that happen?
No!
Oh, it's
Magic cut.
not that far up the tree, it's okay.
Magic cut.
Oh, but you won't cut out your farming in Castlevania 2.
Nope, I won't. That adds to the experience.
Yeah, like once or twice. After like the 6th time, it's a little old.
Exactly. You see the problem now. No, we won't be cutting this, but obviously, like I said in the Castlevania LP, there's a reason I kept some of that in. It's because that's what that game is. That's, you know, if anything, we should have been making the nostalgia critic joke of padding, 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 because that's all the farming in Simon's Quest is. You know the one I'm talking about with the Alone in the Dark?
I don't remember that. The padding at least.
Yeah, in the Alone in the Dark one where they're going through the cave, it's Spoonie, Linkara, and Nostalgia Critic all screaming, padding, 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 padding.
I guess we should check back in winter, see if we can find the notes.
So all we're missing right now is the 5 notes, right?
Yes.
And then Clik Clok Wood is done.
And then it is done, and then we go get back and get the stuff that we couldn't get before.
Because we are stronger than yesterday. And I can't believe I just quoted a Britney Spears song.
I can't believe it either.
What on earth is wrong with me? I'm sorry, Andrew, you need to hit me really quick. That's not a hit, but okay. And just to kind of cut this off at the pass, the leave Britney alone guy, just leave us alone. We don't care. I'm not even sure you care about Britney anymore. I don't know. Leave Banjo alone! There we go.
Wasn't that video just a joke anyway?
I don't know, because I've seen like stuff where saying that it is serious, and that there are things saying it's a spoof. It's like, really? I don't care at this point.
I just don't know if you have to climb up to the top by the tree and see if you can find the notes.
Let's find out.
I mean, here's the thing. The leave Britney alone guy, I think, is about as annoying as freaking Nyan Cat, okay?
You can't hate on the Nyan Cat.
Yes, I can.
It's a cat with a Pop-Tart. Who could hate that?
I can if it's 50 minutes long.
Don't go too high.
Well, I gotta...
Yeah, there are Nyan Cat things that are like 50 minutes long.
Well,
I can hate that.
No one's forcing you to watch the 15-minute videos.
No, it just bothers me that they do that. Or the other one that I liked was the Johnny Young Bosch Bite Me for 30 minutes. Bite me! Bite me! Bite me!
I used to make those kinds of loop videos 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 or 15 minutes, that's fine. If you did that for 30...
That was back when YouTube still had time limits.
Exactly. Now we can do whatever we want.
Now you can do it
Except
for
if you get a strike.
Yeah, now you can do it like for 10 hours.
Exactly. That's what. And then on top of that, the comments can literally include a book. Because that makes sense, right, YouTube?
Or ASCII penises.
So speaking of YouTube, let's actually get into this because I want to get our opinions on it, which is the Nintendo working out a deal with Let's Players. So to give people kind of an update on this situation, Nintendo has basically agreed to allow to work out a deal where not only is Nintendo getting paid if you're a YouTube partner, but you're getting paid. So you can share the profit, so to speak.
I think that's...
Yeah, I think maybe nothing in here, actually. Maybe you got them all during the first time up. With
that, I mean... First of all, what is our take on that? Because we've actually stated that we would have no problem contributing to the companies that make these games and getting them the publicity that they deserve, if they deserve it. You know, if it's Gary's incident all over again, then I have I have no problem giving it the bad publicity it deserves. But I wouldn't mind, like, when we become a YouTube partner, we're not yet, in case you hadn't figured that out yet, guys. Would we have a problem contributing? Absolutely not. The only thing that makes me worry about that whole story, and I saw you worry when I brought it up, was you have to obtain special permission to do it. So at that point, it's like, okay, I've seen Nintendo in the past become kind of, well, Grand Emperor with this kind of thing. So it makes me wonder, what do you have to do to get the special permission? And that's the part I'm worried about. Because I love Nintendo, but... is it worth for me to get the special permission, or do I just want to not get paid for those videos and write them off?
Yeah, well, that's something that we'll have to wait and see just how easy or not easy it is. For all we know, it could just be simply writing them a letter.
Could be. Just saying, our YouTube channel is looking to do a bunch of Nintendo videos. Can we get special permission to share the profit from it? And so hopefully it's not that bad, but Nintendo does have a rep in this kind of thing. That's what I'm worried about. Where they will make things harder than they absolutely have to be. And right now we are switching the controllers. The Banjo Kazooie expert has taken the helm. She has committed mutiny against Alex.
No, I'm just gonna let you guys talk something while I see if I can locate him.
Yeah. So do we think that this is actually going... Like, I think this is actually a good idea. I think that the more game companies should offer this option. Especially when I found out that music is allowed this. So at this point, I like the idea of it. I'm just afraid that, YouTube has a horrible history with abuse of this kind of thing, plus Content ID and all that. I mean, is there anything to legitimately worry about with this given situation?
I think the one concern is that Nintendo could turn this around and suddenly, say you're a critic like Angry Joe. He's more...
Yeah, exactly.
He's a reviewer, right? And so the day he gives, he finds a game that he found...
Exactly. You could have a Gary's incident. You remember with Total Biscuit and Gary's incident, how if they gave him a strike because he gave a bad review to Gary's incident when it deserved it. That's actually what I'm worried about. Is Nintendo has a history of being kind of abusive with this kind of thing. So what happens when Angry Joe or Total Biscuit or Pro Jared gives them a bad review? Exactly that problem. Because then at that point that could come down to us because we give it a bad review, or what if we give it a meh review? Is that justified? Well, it's not stellar. It's Mario Kart 8. We're not giving it stellar reviews. Does that mean we therefore lose the right to our streaming or however we cover it? No. That's why in a lot of cases I kind of... I don't know how you would implement this, but I almost kind of want a third party outside of YouTube and Nintendo.
There's those last notes.
Oh, did we find them?
Yeah, I saw them.
Okay.
Of course Andrea's gonna die now.
Because she's in the vines of doom.
Oh, yeah.
I know where they are.
Well, at least you know where they are.
At this point, I have to quote Bennett the Sage. The floor! It's everywhere! And you guys don't even get the joke.
You're right, we don't.
There's actually a point in the Ultimate Games where you are attacked by the floor.
The floor.
And the floor is a really powerful opponent.
It's also Phantasy Star 2 all over again.
Did we actually have a point where the floor attacked us?
There was a floor that hurt us.
Floor that hurt us. Oh, yes! Because the floor, it's everywhere.
Oh! No!
Do we have to go in flying?
I can't fly.
No, he needs to get more gold notes.
Gold feathers. Actually, I don't even think this is the last one.
97.
And this will be 98. It's so happy, then
I was thinking maybe, did you get all the notes in Mumbo's hut in the fall?
I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll double check.
And if we need to, we can magic cut like we do with all the other notes.
No! No! Stupid camera. Fuck me over.
Welcome to 3D platforming. Trying to figure out the camera.
My god, this is not the N64 version.
No kidding. Speaking of the N64 version, though, we have received a question. And so I do want to bring this up to Alex and also to Andrea, because she might be interested in this. So, it's been a while, but we did a Star Wars game.
Yes.
Do we ever have plans about doing another one?
I'm sure we will.
Yes, we do. We do have them in the list, guys. We will find time to get to them. I think, actually, it would be really kind of fun to dig out one of those when we get closer to either Episode 7 or one of these newer games coming out.
And I still want to do Battlefront.
We do want to do Battlefront. We also talked about Mumbo busy. Sweet many leaves. No magic today. That's the reason he's busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
Mumbo, you're lazy. I'm sorry. I had to say it, but that's actually one of those things where it might be fun to just dig out Battlefront before Battlefront happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that we have a couple of things considered, and I'm going to spoil it as long as Alex doesn't have a problem with the list. So we are considering doing The Force Unleashed, because why not? You know, they're still good games, somewhat. I have problems with them, but they're still fine. We have talked about doing the Super Star Wars games.
Check the Beavers Lodge one more time, since there's 2 present in that.
Okay, that means I gotta go to winter.
Well, you can do it in fall.
No, I can't. I gotta go. The only way to get in is by winter. Unless there's some underwater.
Well, check underwater.
So, yeah, we are talking about doing the Super Star Wars games. They are super difficult. Yes, we know, guys. But that's kind of why we want to take them on. Another one that we were talking about was we wanted to do the Dark Forces games. And unfortunately, that didn't pan out for us. Oh, there we are. And there we go, guys. We have our last 2 notes. So here, I'm going to ask the one question. Are we done? Are we done with Clik Clok Wood?
After he gets that note, then yes.
Quit it.
There we go.
Music Maestro.
Because we got all the notes.
All the notes.
All the notes in the game.
Oh, now he can go back to spring, get the bee, and get the jiggy that's on the outside of the world.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it to it.
Let's rock it.
What's another Star Wars game that we've looked into? I think we have looked into Battlefront. Mm-hmm. I think just Battlefront 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
We have talked about Rogue Squadron, but I don't think we're gonna do that one.
Oh, why not?
I don't think we could actually make it work.
We could make it work. How can't we make it work?
I'm trying to think. Did Rogue Squadron come out on PC? If we could do it on PC, that'd be the PC port's the best of it. Mm-hmm. And then the other 2 were GameCube games, and we can do that.
Why are we going over here?
I don't know.
because Alex is busy trying to talk Star Wars with me. And it's going to be funny because when we actually take up these Star Wars games, we'll have to honor our trope of talking about everything except Star Wars.
Yeah, you're going to talk about something other than that.
You know, like Studio Ghibli, like we did. That was still fun, and I actually, a lot of people have gotten kind of on my case that I don't bring up the Ghibli reviews anymore on this one. It's just because I forget, guys. If any people are interested, I just actually barely watched The Cat Returns, so that's how far along I am. My review is not good or bad. I didn't see anything good or bad with it. It's a movie.
So it was average.
It's
go
average.
to the exit.
I'm looking for the exit.
You were right there.
Oh.
These are the moments that you can look forward to right here on Drak and Shadow. Yeah, it's a remarkably average movie. It doesn't have anything going for it. It doesn't have anything going against it. It's just a movie, you know? So that's not bad. It's kind of like my viewpoint of Spirited Away. I didn't think it was a bad movie. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense, and therefore doesn't stick out in my head.
Gasp!
Gasp, I know.
Spirited Away is so beloved. And I like Spirited Away. It was good.
Is so what?
Beloved, right?
Oh, beloved?
Yeah.
I thought that was Mononoke.
Well, you're right. Mononoke certainly is, but I think Spirited Away just has a little more
Spirited Away kind of took that title after Mononoke. Especially since Spirited Away was the one that won the Oscar. Mm-hmm. So, it's not that I thought it was bad, it's just, it was so mind-warping that I couldn't find anything I legitimately liked about it.
Again, le gasp.
Le gasp, yes. I'm not listening to your reviews anymore! Unsubscribe! Sorry, guys. Well, and on top of that, I mean, these guys will not like me. After all, I didn't like Princess Mononoke that much either. At least I liked it better than frickin' Nausicaa. You didn't like Nausicaa? Unsubscribe! And Andrea's just kind of sitting here going, I've seen none of this. None of this.
Remarkably, I've never had anybody outright disagree with me. Like
With-
that, like to the point that they'd say, "I'm unsubscribing."
No, I'm blowing it out of
I
proportions
know,
there, but I have actually had people say that I didn't give, like, when I watched Mononoke, I wasn't giving it a chance. I'm like, yeah, I watched it, so that means I gave it a chance. And I'm not saying, and I didn't say Mononoke was a bad film. I just said it wasn't like the magnum opus that everybody makes it out to be. If anything, I stick to my guns here and say that, like, the true magnum opus of Miyazaki
Turn to the right.
was probably,
I see.
it would have to be The Wind Rises, because it's got more of the themes that are relevant to Miyazaki.
But seeing as you brought up Nausicaa, is it time for me to play 6 Degrees of Hideki Anno?
Of course! It's always time for 6 Degrees of Hideki Anno. To people who don't know what we're talking about, everything on this channel revolves around... First of all, welcome. You must be new here. Second of all, if you hadn't gotten the idea, Alex likes Evangelion. Okay? And he loves Hideki Anno. And so at that point, he's found all ways to try and connect everything to Evangelion. So Alex, give us the connection. What is the 6 Degrees of Hideki Anno this week?
Anno was an animator on Nausicaa.
On Nausicaa.
He did the God Soldiers.
He did.
And then he went on to find Studio Kara, which collaborated on The Wind Rises.
On The Wind Rises, yes! And actually, I'm going to expand that further because a lot of people speculate that the God Soldiers in Nausicaa were greatly inspired, or a great inspiration
For the ancients.
for the Evangelion designs.
Yeah, I can see it.
Grunty's plan is rather cunning. When I'm thin, guys will come running.
Now we can go back.
Yeah, I'm trying to go
Considering what we've heard about your other habits, Grunty, no, guys will not come running.
back. Okay,
They might run away from you. Especially when we found out what you eat. And all the other stuff that your sisters told us. Mumbo magic get weak. Mumbo magic run out. We're missing you already, Mumbo!
we're probably gonna have to go talk to Bruntilda. All the Bruntildas again.
You mean the Brentildas?
Yes.
To get all the factoids.
Yes.
We have to get them again.
Well, yeah, if you want to answer some of the questions during the game show.
Why'd you spoil the game show? That was supposed to be a surprise.
Spoiler alert. This game's like 10 plus years old,
Well,
Alex.
it was more of a surprise for you, because this is your first time seeing it.
I already knew about the game show.
Well, then why are we playing? No, I'm kidding.
That's
whole
it.
point
This
is to-
LP is abandoned. Unsubscribe. No, I knew about the game show just because Andrea and like my office and where Andrea wanted to play games was kind of connected at one point. And so while I was editing stuff, she was playing Banjo. And we're back in Treasure Trove Cove. Now, people might be asking, why are we back?
It's not to enter the cheats, because we've already done that.
We're not doing, if people remember from, like, our earlier parts, there were things we forgot to grab in certain areas, so we're gonna go grab them, being the good completionists that we are, and we'll be back.
Actually, I think it's the other way. Well, I guess you can go this way.
Yeah, it's over there, isn't it?
Close.
But anyway, back to the Star Wars.
Actually, no, not over. It's like right under where the pools are.
It's like fate wants to intervene and not have us talk about Star Wars.
So it's here.
So it's Shadows of the Empires all over again.
Well, try and walk a little farther so I can see around the other corner. No, I think I know where it is.
Oh.
I don't think it was this way that you can get it to it, but unless you go all the way around.
Well, I'm here, I might as well.
There we go. We're just wandering around Treasure Trove Cove.
And yeah, again, we kind of did all the cheetah spells off screen.
Yes, we did.
Sorry,
But
guys.
That's okay, guys.
I think it's right around here.
Snacker smells tasty dinner. Stay just there. I think that was a localization problem from Britain? Lovely.
We just have to see around this corner.
Did we actually have a localization problem from a British company?
How would we have a localization problem?
Stay just there?
Stay just.
I think that would be just stay there.
Oh, maybe it's a little bit, I guess.